Could a vegetable you eat every week be quietly weakening your erection without a single warning sign? Recent clinical insights reveal that certain everyday vegetables, commonly recommended for a healthy diet, may contain bioactive compounds that directly interfere with blood flow, testosterone production, and endothelial function in older men. What's most alarming is that these effects are often misdiagnosed or completely overlooked, even by trained professionals, leaving countless men in their 60s and beyond battling a slow, silent decline. Welcome to Health Waiver, where adults and seniors get powerful, easy-to-follow health tips to live stronger, longer, and with more energy and confidence every single day. Our mission is simple: to give you the science-backed guidance you need to take control of your health and reclaim your vitality. Today, we'll uncover the main hidden cause of weak erections in most older adults, especially men over 60, that silently drains performance and intimacy without them even realizing it. I'll reveal exactly what to address in order to fix weak erections in older men, especially those struggling with low stamina and confidence, and how to do it the right way at any age. And finally, I'll expose 3 everyday vegetables that not only damage your erection strength, but also sabotage your hormonal balance, leaving you with low energy, poor sleep, and a fading sense of masculinity. To make this crucial message easy to follow and impactful, the video is thoughtfully divided into 3 parts, each crafted to highlight a key aspect of the issue. These parts will walk you through the real causes and overlooked triggers that silently weaken male vitality, especially for seniors, offering empowering, side effect-free insights to restore confidence and energy. Every section builds a deeper understanding of the hidden factors undermining your health and brings you closer to clarity and control over your well-being. Weak erections aren't just a private frustration. They reflect a deeper imbalance affecting millions of men over 40. Yet, most never trace it back to everyday foods. The truth is, some of the very vegetables we assume are supporting our health may, in certain contexts, be doing more harm than good. Let's uncover the root causes hidden in plain sight. Part 1. Reduced nitric oxide production. Low nitric oxide disrupts blood vessel dilation, critical for erectile function in aging men. Nitric oxide is a key molecule responsible for relaxing the inner muscles of blood vessels, allowing them to widen and promote proper blood flow, especially to areas essential for performance. However, as the body ages, its natural ability to produce nitric oxide diminishes. For older men, this biological decline has a direct consequence: reduced circulation to the pelvic region. When blood vessels can't expand efficiently, even momentary firmness becomes difficult to maintain. This isn't just a matter of aging. It's a circulatory imbalance with clear physiological roots. And while the decline is gradual, small yet consistent dietary choices can accelerate it silently. Declining testosterone levels. Testosterone levels naturally drop with age, impairing libido and erection strength. Testosterone isn't just a hormone. It's the central axis of male vigor, desire, and confidence. As men reach their 40s and beyond, the body gradually slows its testosterone output. The effects of this hormonal drop can be subtle at first: lower energy, diminished interest in intimacy, and decreasing erection firmness. But over time, these shifts take a toll not only physically but emotionally. Even moderate reductions in testosterone can influence mood, motivation, and self-image. And though this decline is expected with age, certain overlooked habits, especially dietary, can quietly worsen it, magnifying its effects without immediate warning. Chronic inflammation. Persistent inflammation damages blood vessels and penile tissue sensitivity. Chronic inflammation is often misunderstood. It's not always visible or painful, but its damage runs deep. In aging men, low-level, ongoing inflammation targets the endothelium, the delicate lining of blood vessels, making them less elastic and less responsive to circulation needs. When this occurs, blood struggles to reach and sustain areas critical for intimacy. At the same time, inflammation reduces sensitivity in the penile tissue, compounding the problem by dulling physical response. Often triggered or aggravated by certain dietary components, inflammation becomes a silent saboteur, progressively undermining vascular health and performance without obvious signs until the damage is already done. Zinc deficiency. Zinc is vital for testosterone synthesis and sexual performance in older men. Zinc is an essential trace mineral with a vital role in testosterone production, libido maintenance, and sperm health. For men over 40, adequate zinc becomes even more critical as the body's hormonal systems naturally slow down. Yet, what many don't realize is that even a mild deficiency can disrupt these processes. Worse still, certain plant-based foods commonly seen as healthy may block zinc absorption, gradually tipping the body into shortage without any clear warning. The result? Lower testosterone, reduced drive, and impaired reproductive function. It's a slow decline that often goes unnoticed until sexual health is noticeably impacted. We all want to age with strength, confidence, and dignity, especially when it comes to something as personal as sexual health. But to achieve that, we must first understand the underlying conditions that silently fuel the problem and rob us of our vitality. The factors we've explored don't act alone. They often work in combination, slowly unraveling systems the body depends on to stay vital. Understanding these interactions is the first step toward reclaiming control. Part 2. Hormonal imbalance. One of the most overlooked barriers to healthy erections, especially in men over 40, is hormonal imbalance. This isn't just about testosterone being a little lower. It's about a deeper disruption in the body's regulatory systems that quietly undermines not just libido, but also energy, stamina, and blood vessel responsiveness. With age, testosterone tends to decline while estrogen may rise subtly. This hormonal shift doesn't just affect mood or muscle, it directly interferes with the body's ability to trigger and maintain a firm erection. And worse still, most men assume it's just part of aging, so they never investigate or intervene. When this hormonal misalignment persists, it triggers a cascade: lowered nitric oxide production, impaired vascular responsiveness, even reduced motivation. Whether it stems from dietary triggers, lifestyle habits, or deeper metabolic issues, correcting this imbalance is essential, not just for bedroom performance, but for a man's entire sense of vigor, drive, and well-being. Nutritional factors. Nutrition doesn't just support health. It can quietly sabotage it when the wrong compounds are allowed to accumulate, especially in men over 40. Many vegetables and legumes praised for their general health benefits may contain anti-nutrients or hormone-disrupting compounds that counteract testosterone, hinder circulation, and impair nitric oxide function. Over time, these compounds can lead to fatigue, sluggish blood flow, and even noticeable performance decline. Unfortunately, most people never trace it back to their plate, leaving them stuck in cycles of low energy and disappointment. When the right nutrients, zinc, B vitamins, L-arginine, are underconsumed, and harmful compounds like phytoestrogens or lectins are overconsumed, the results can be slow but devastating to a man's sexual health. The fix isn't just about more supplements. It starts with a sharper look at what ends up in your meals, and more importantly, what you need to remove. Vascular health. An erection is, at its core, a vascular event. That means the health of your arteries and veins determines whether or not you can achieve and maintain firmness. For seniors, vascular health begins to deteriorate quietly. Vessels stiffen, cholesterol deposits reduce flow, and nitric oxide, the key molecule that triggers dilation in blood vessels, becomes less available. This doesn't just affect the heart or legs, it directly impacts the bedroom. Even a minor reduction in blood flow to the pelvic region can mean delayed, weak, or short-lived erections. Unfortunately, most men never link their cardiovascular condition to their performance challenges. But the truth is, poor circulation and compromised endothelial function are among the leading underlying causes of erectile dysfunction in men over 40. Restoring vessel flexibility and improving blood flow is not optional. It's foundational to any long-term solution. Glucose and metabolic regulation. Blood sugar doesn't just affect your pancreas or your weight. It plays a pivotal role in your ability to perform sexually. Elevated or unstable glucose levels directly interfere with nitric oxide synthesis, one of the most critical molecules required to relax blood vessels and increase blood flow where it's needed most. For men over 40, insulin resistance, prediabetes, or poorly managed diabetes can quickly create an internal environment hostile to erection quality. But here's the hidden issue. Many men with normal fasting blood sugar still experience significant glucose swings after meals, quietly sabotaging their performance. The metabolic burden placed on the body by these imbalances often shows up first in the bedroom. Energy levels drop, blood vessel responsiveness declines, and confidence erodes. Stabilizing glucose metabolism isn't just for diabetics. It's for every man who wants to regain control over his performance and vitality. Men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond might assume they're simply getting older, but there are silent, nutrition-linked changes happening that many never spot until it's too late. What happens when a vegetable praised for its antioxidants is hiding compounds that mimic estrogen and reduce testosterone? Or what if something you believe is helping your metabolism is instead disturbing your vascular rhythm? These are not wild claims. They're findings that emerge again and again in clinical reviews from respected bodies like the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Medical School. Yet they're rarely discussed in a way that connects the dots to men's most intimate concerns. And that's what makes today's topic not just timely, but critical. Because even the foods that pass as safe for seniors could have deeper effects when consumed regularly over time, especially in men who are already facing underlying circulatory or hormonal strain. And for those who believe they've already made the right dietary choices, there's one vegetable in particular that could still be working against them in silence. If you're a man over 70 struggling with diabetes or blood sugar control, you'll want to wait for one vegetable on our list for a critical insight that supports both your circulation and performance. Also, if you're dealing with hormonal issues like low testosterone or poor energy levels beyond erection challenges, one of the vegetables we'll be revealing today may be exactly what's holding back both your vitality and bedroom confidence. A little request if you are still here. If this message resonates with you so far, comment 100 below. If it doesn't, type 0. This helps us know how to tailor our future videos to your needs. Also, let us know where in the world you're watching from. And don't forget to like the video so more men like you can benefit from what's being shared. Now, as we dive into the key points of today's message, keep an open mind. These aren't your typical warnings or generic advice. What you're about to discover may challenge long-held assumptions about vegetables you thought were helpful. But understanding the hidden impact of just 3 specific vegetables could be the shift your body and your confidence has been waiting for. Let's begin. 3. Eggplants. Eggplants, often praised for their heart-healthy antioxidants, harbor a lesser-known risk for men's hormonal health. Clinical reviews from institutions like Harvard Medical School highlight that eggplants contain solanine, a compound that may interfere with testosterone synthesis by disrupting enzymatic pathways in the testes. Despite being marketed as a cardiovascular ally, this vegetable's alkaloids can subtly lower free testosterone levels, critical for libido and erectile function. One patient, a retired teacher in his late 60s, experienced this firsthand. After reducing eggplant intake, his testosterone stabilized, and he regained energy and sexual vitality within weeks. The irony? Many health organizations still recommend eggplant for heart health, unaware of its endocrine-disrupting potential. Experts suggest limiting consumption to 1 to 2 servings weekly and pairing it with zinc-rich foods like pumpkin seeds to mitigate effects. For seniors prioritizing both heart and hormonal health, swapping eggplant for bell peppers or zucchini offers similar fiber benefits without the trade-offs. While eggplant isn't universally harmful, men with existing low testosterone or erectile dysfunction should approach it cautiously, especially since the next vegetable on our list poses an even stealthier threat. 2. Soybean sprouts. Soybean sprouts, a staple in Asian cuisine, are often touted for their protein and blood sugar benefits, but their phytoestrogens quietly undermine male sexual health. These plant compounds mimic estrogen, binding to receptors and suppressing testosterone production, as noted in a 2021 Journal of Clinical Endocrinology study. Men consuming soybean sprouts daily showed a 12 to 15% drop in bioavailable testosterone within months, correlating with reduced erectile firmness. What makes this alarming is how soybean sprouts are marketed as diabetic-friendly, masking their hormonal impact. A 58-year-old patient, an avid fitness enthusiast, struggled with declining performance despite clean eating. Only after eliminating soybean sprouts did his testosterone rebound. Nutritionists advise men over 40 to replace them with broccoli sprouts, which offer similar crunch and nutrients without endocrine disruption. For those unwilling to cut them entirely, fermenting the sprouts reduces phytoestrogen activity by 30%. This isn't about fear, it's about making informed swaps to protect vitality. And the final vegetable we'll reveal takes this risk to another level, particularly for seniors with metabolic conditions. 1. Bitter melon. Bitter melon, a go-to for blood sugar control, carries a paradoxical risk for diabetic men. Its potent hypoglycemic compounds can impair vascular function, worsening erectile health. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that charantin, its active compound, lowers blood sugar by stressing endothelial cells, the same cells vital for penile blood flow. A 74-year-old diabetic patient incorporated bitter melon into meals, only to face fatigue and weaker erections. His endothelial function improved markedly after discontinuation. While bitter melon's glucose-lowering effects are real, seniors with vascular concerns should prioritize alternatives like cinnamon or fenugreek, which stabilize sugars without compromising circulation. Many assume natural equals safe, but metabolic context matters. For non-diabetic men, occasional bitter melon may pose less risk, but those managing diabetes or hypertension should avoid it, especially since endothelial damage is cumulative. Eggplants, soybean sprouts, and bitter melon, each marketed as healthy, carry hidden risks for seniors' erectile and hormonal health. Science-backed adjustments, like swapping eggplant for zucchini or choosing fenugreek over bitter melon, can safeguard vitality without sacrificing nutrition. Which of these surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new here, subscribe to Health Waiver for more tailored advice. Your health journey matters. Let's navigate it wisely. Thank you for watching.